Alright, going to be swapping out my boost gauge for one that has a dimmer switch for the headlights. Just going over the original, tapped in down here with a boost tap GFB, and then it comes up here and we tee it, and this cable runs through the firewall to the boost gauge. So previous gauge was just 2 wires. It's supposed to be this on key on and ground, and the new gauge is going to be 4 wires, and we have the yellow as the constant power source, red as the ignition, orange as the headlight switch, and black is ground. So we're going to come down here and open the fuse panel up, and I don't have a constant ground source located. I know there is one in there, so we're just gonna test it out and figure out what's what. A little bit of a mess down here, but this is the fuse that I've been using as the ignition, and we're going to find a constant power down here, and then we're going to switch out this lazy method for fuse tabs. Also, this black wire here, this thin one, is the ground for the gauge, and it's coming up and going into there. If you open this panel up on the side here, then you can get to a ground bulb. And got these fuse taps, and these are kind of a pain in the ass to put in, so I recommend just putting these fuses in first, then putting it underneath there. Now, like I said, you already know that this one over here is key on, so I'm going to stick this over there and connect the new wire, and then we're going to find a constant on. And so the old one was a yellow wire, but the new one we're using red for the ignition switch. So we're going to attach this to the fuse tab and stick it in there. And connect the wire, and then you're just going to put the tap in where the original fuse was. And this wire was a little thin for that, I thought, so what I did was I stripped a little extra and then folded it over and bound it. And I just cheated using the old gauge still hooked up. Right, constant on. This one right here. There we go. There's a 10 amp fuse there. So I'm gonna put 2 10 amps in a fuse tap and connect it to the new wire. And so I just hook the black up to my previous ground, which, like I said, runs through here. If you pop this panel off, which I'm not going to do, you bolt here, just unbolt it, wrap your ground to it, bolt it back up, and then we're going to connect this orange wire to the headlight switch. And at this point, if you don't care about it dimming, you can stop. See, it's already set up. So obviously it's not going to reach because all these companies make their wires the same length for no reason, even though they know that this has to go another foot or so. So I extend the wire, and then we're going to take this out. So you just push the knob in and then turn it, and then this is going to release. Pull this out. I already have something attached to the wire that's necessary to use for the dimmer. This is for my traction control off. So we're just going to tap into the same wire. There we go. All right. So this wire here is the one you're going to want to tap into for your dimmer. I'm not really happy about tapping the wire twice, but just push back this tape, tap this, connect the connector, and then we're going to plug it in, and we're all set.